My favorite herb is cilantro. I plant it every 2 weeks throughout the summer from the coriander seed to have a fresh supply of the cilantro leaf so I can make my fresh salsa, which is my personal favorite. It can also be used in Thai cooking, Mexican cooking, other types of Mediterranean and Oriental cooking. At the end of the summer, it will go to seed, and there you're back at the coriander seed, which is good for cooking, good with potatoes.
A last technique for using fresh herbs in your kitchen is using the herbs as a coating for meats. And Colleen is going to show us 3 different techniques for how to use fresh herbs with meats. And I'm curious, Colleen, you're going to show us some classic combinations of herbs, but I'm wondering if there are any combinations that you would recommend people not use.
Not really. It's all a matter of personal preference, and the idea is probably just to taste your way through and decide for yourself what you like.
Great. So there are no rules.
Not exactly, no.
Okay. Then why don't you show us how you use your herbs with meat?
Okay, let's start with the chicken.
Right.
A classic combination would be the sage and the lemon thyme. And what this does, when you're roasting the chicken, it will actually scent the meat. So it will be pulled out while you're carving the chicken. But what we recommend is just to take the herbs and, first of all, loosen the skin on the chicken. So you can stick the herbs in. Sometimes you can add butter, you know, and chop the herbs. This time we're just going to leave them whole. And place them underneath the skin, and here I'm taking some sage, and I'm not worrying about chopping it or anything, and I'm just placing it underneath. And again, this really gives a nice scent to the chicken if you're roasting it, or you can put it on the grill. Okay?
So you just stuffed it all under there.
Right, and you, of course, you'd want to, you know, go underneath and put it all over more evenly.
And then you just roast it in the oven with everything under the skin like that?
Exactly, salt and pepper, and you might want to truss the chicken, and that's it.
You pull it out when you're done, I take it?
Correct.
Okay. What do we have next?
Well, let's go to the pork loin here.
All right.
This is an easy one. What we do is, first of all, you want to just salt and pepper it. And the herbs that I'm going to use, again, are the more robust herbs, like that what we talked about earlier, the rosemary, sage, and oregano. And so salt and pepper. And the easiest way is just to throw your herbs down and then roll.
Oh, sure.
And what this is doing, why I'm chopping this, is this will actually add flavor to the meat versus scenting the meat. So you're actually eating this, and it will marry with the juices very well. And you can leave it in the refrigerator overnight, and you'll get a nice marry of the herbs together.
So it's almost like a dry marinade or something.
Exactly, correct. Okay.
Now, you've shown us 2 different techniques for using fresh herbs with meat before it's cooked, while it's still raw. Can you also use fresh herbs with the meat after it's cooked?
Yes, you can. Let me show you. I've sauteed this halibut, and what I've done, if you want to pass the plate over here, is just saute it lightly in a little bit of butter and olive oil. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll finish this with some tarragon. Tarragon's a fragile herb, so you want to add it last, and I'll just use the fresh tarragon as a garnish.
Wonderful. It's so pretty. And I can already smell it without even taking a bite yet. Well, we've taken you on a quick tour of the world of fresh herbs from the kitchen to the garden and back again. But I hope it's just the beginning for you. The Herb Farm offers many more advanced classes and carries a supply of how-to books both in the store and through the catalog. Thanks for joining us, and remember, the idea is to experiment and enjoy.